What you just saw is the Cham, the Biu, Cham Dao, and of course the Dao. This is all fundamental hand techniques of the popular Wing Chun system. Today we learn empty hand, unarmed hand-to-hand combat first. But actually in the past, you learn weapons first. If you don't learn weapon, let's say 500 years ago, or even 1,000 years ago, or even longer, you simply won't survive if you don't know how to handle weapons first. Just like today's real fighting belongs into the police and military. The first thing they do is learn how to shoot. And when they're not able to use their weapon, that means there's something went wrong. Okay, so today's martial art community, of course, we study hand-to-hand combat first. But in the past, this is not necessarily always the sequence. They learn hand-to-hand as well as weapons first. So with that said, I'd like to introduce my Cham Dao series of the popular Hong Kong Wing Chun system. Wing Chun ultimately comes from Southern Shaolin. Okay? In Southern Shaolin, the pole and the knife is quite common. Most of the Southern Shaolin arts, okay, they call the short knife is Wu Di Song Dou, or double butterfly knife. Okay, when it comes to the Wing Chun dealing with the Hong Kong version, okay, we call it Cham Dao, 8 cutting knife. Now, why do we call it 8 cutting knife? Primarily, it's dealing with realistic combat. You have to be able to face, turn, and deal with all different directions. By the time you learn all 8 sections, you learn how to cut with different angles in all 8 different directions. First 4 sections is dealing with short weapon versus long weapons. Long weapon in the past is like a long pole or a spear. Okay? Short weapon is like a broadsword or a straight sword. When it comes to the knife, it's actually called a personal weapon because you can kind of short enough and small enough you can hide it. So Cham Dao is actually a personal weapon. Then section 5, 6, and 7, this is primarily the double knife versus short weapon. Let's say a broadsword or a shorter stick. And then the last part is dealing with multiple opponents. It gives you a sense of be able to disarm, disable the attackers without hurting them. There's a technique, we flip the knife in the sense that creates another option. In combat, if I call it 0 to 10, 10 is to kill somebody, 0 is to turn something into nothing. So ability to neutralize the attack, that's 0. So at the end of the day, this is a Shaolin weapon that comes from a Shaolin temple, which is Buddhist. The highest level is be able to stop an opponent's attacker with weapons without harming them. So we have this tail end of the section of the form where we do flip the knife, where it turns the knife into a non-lethal weapons as an option.